ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another wonderful evening here at Upper St. Clair High School for your Upper St. Clair Panthers against Brashear in section play. I'm Brett Davis, and I'm here with Mike Sibley. And Mike, the last time I was here was a week ago at the Peters game, and just a fantastic performance from the Panthers. But maybe the couple of games since then, not as well played, perhaps.
Not as well, but scratch out a couple close losses to Mars and to Erie Cathedral.
Well, thankfully, non-section games, which are always a question mark relative to what the coach is going to do relative to the lineups, things of that nature. Obviously, the importance is on the section games, which we have here this evening. And the Panthers enter the contest with an overall record of 2-2-1, 2-0 in the conference, posting wins over Bethel Park 1-0, which I think was an overtime game at Bethel.
It was.
Okay.
Close game throughout, with St. Clair scoring early in the overtime.
And then just a dominant performance against Peters with a 4-2 victory. Brashear comes into the game with an overall record of 1-3, and the Plutarski in section play.
Which should be a good matchup. Hopefully, St. Clair
0.00 in conference play.
Which hopefully bodes well for St. Clair tonight.
Absolutely. Now, we were talking before the game, despite Brashear's record, they do have some very talented players. So I would expect to see, and haven't seen these kids, play outside of the high school environment and the cup environment. They've got some talented kids. So, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Murphy with some fine foot skills there, getting the ball into Connor Ryan, who's dispossessed. Ball at Ryan's feet. He's working his way through pretty well, looking for some help. There's a pick of the pocket. We'll see what happens here. And this is where we got to be careful because they do have some players that can play pretty well. Strong defensively, not calling any handball in the box there. And
surprising as his hand hit it multiple times there.
Nice step in by Brashear with a big shot off to the side. Murphy had it covered. And, like we said, Brashear does have some good individual players. And before you know it, if you're not watching yourself, you can find yourself down 1-0 here to a team that you're coming in thinking you should win.
St. Clair a little slow on the back line with a couple turnovers, sloppy turnovers to start.
Ioli with the ball here on the left flank, gets his head up, crosses it in, and Shayer Speed shot! And fantastic.
St.
Just
Clair
like
quickly
that.
Turned that around from danger with a shot at the other end to a quick goal by Shoemaker moving the other direction.
Yeah, Ioli with some good play on the flank, picking his head up, picking Shoemaker out in the middle, and Shuey makes no doubt about it. Good left-footed shot, really, just on frame, first time, and Upper St. Clair is up 1-0 at the 37:06 mark. So, despite the early run of play, Panthers have one counter and find themselves up 1-0 in tonight's game. We'll see how Brashear responds.
Another inadvertent handball, no call.
See if we can get a handle on what Brashear likes to do. Shoemaker with a steal there over top, putting Ben Verlick in. Berlovic in, and Brashear just sends the ball to the outside. Now, you were saying you thought Brashear played in the lower section last year, maybe Section 3?
Yeah, I thought they were in the lower section last year.
Okay. Or Triple A, excuse me, as opposed to Section, Triple A, okay.
So they moved them since back up this
Gotcha.
year.
Yeah, it's a little, one of the things that surprised me, coming back and getting familiar with what's going on is just the four, quad A, okay, where they used to have, or say 4 divisions, where they used to only have the 3 divisions,
right.
Okay, back in the day, if you will. And I suspect they still have the same number of teams, despite having fewer teams in the division. They'll still have the same number of teams that move on to the playoffs.
I believe that's correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So St. Clair playing a little bit of a possession game right here. Adavaya calling out some instructions. He basically just wants the forwards to come in and show for him, so he can get the ball passed in. Shoemaker on the ball.
Shoemaker with a turnover.
Now, one of the things in there, player number 8, second time he's gotten the ball in this flank, and both times he's dribbled the ball into the middle 20 yards or so and then moved the ball over. See if he changes that up and tries to get the ball over, with a pass, just to get it moving a little bit more quickly, because dribbling it over, defenders are going to collapse on him and kind of loses the opportunity. Yeah, kind of loses the opportunity, to move the ball over quickly and get St. Clair in an unbalanced position.
St. Clair with the corner kick. Sibley setting up to take the corner.
So it's the first corner kick of the evening, 34-12 left in the first half, a 1-0 St. Clair. Lofted ball into the box of the header, back into the box. Berlovic with an effort with a header. Comes back out, St. Clair settles. And could be out for another goal kick, for another corner kick, their second one of the evening.
Sibley getting his exercise, running from left side of the field to the right side of the field.
Always good to get that little bit of fitness work in here on game day. Ball, nice strong box, driven ball in the box there, but headed out for a Brashear goal kick. That's a little interesting here, having one of the field players take the goal kick. Typically the goalkeepers are taking the goal kicks these days, but not sure if Munoz has an injury or just just can't get it out distance that they're looking for. Sibley with the foot on the ball. It's a nice touch inside, real nice touch inside. There's a great ball inside,
Just wide.
I'm not sure who that was out on the. Out on a flank. I think it was Ryan, but his first touch was special. I mean, just got the ball, touched the ball forward beyond the defender, set himself up, and just a fantastic cross in. And Berlovic just unlucky to bury that ball. Should be up 2-0 at this point, but it's promising, and we should have a number of those chances here in the future.
St. Clair looking a little better with the ball movement. As soon as I say that, a turnover.
See if he goes 1v1 here and what he can do. Should be a release ball in here. There you go. Let's take a look outside if we have it. Berlin with a good Iola, down the flank again. Let's get his head up and see what we have. Runs into the box.
Again? Nope. Mitch Friday.
That ball's out for throwing. For Brashear, throwing here on the side, near side. Excuse me, 31-26 left in the first half. Still 1-0 Upper St. Clair. And that ball's directed out for St. Clair throw-in at midfield. At Berlin with the throw-in. Into Sibley, gets his head up. Transitions the ball to the far side. Playing to Shoemaker. And this right here tactically is an Upper St. Clair staple. The proverbial pass around the back.
Moving the ball around the back from left to right.
And it opens up things in the middle. Oh, cheeky little slip through the legs. Nutmeg. Ryan's calling for the ball. It's a great ball by Ryan. Oh, and Iola's just slightly offsides, but great look. Iola just a touch offsides on that, but he would have been through. So it's a free kick coming out. 30 minutes to go here. 1-0 Upper St. Clair. It's like a little push from behind. Oh, that's a nice little move by Brashear. Yeah, they're going to play on with that. That went down a little too easy on that one. Berlovic able to hold the ball up here, but
Throw in for Brashear coming.
that ball's going to go out for a throw on the far side for Upper St. Clair. So St. Clair definitely the more threatening of the two teams. No foul on that. Going to be a simple throw-in. But Brashear's also had their run into our box. It's a great ball there, and Berlovic's going to be in. Let's see what he can do.
Can he finish
Be
it?
composed. That's a good save
Nice
by
save
the
by the
keeper.
keeper.
Yeah, look, a nice job by Berlovic staying under control. Okay, with two guys on him, tried to place it in there. Not a bad idea. Goalie just came up with a nice save. So this will be the third corner kick for St. Clair. I'll tell you, one of the things I like, that's the third or fourth through ball that has provided an opportunity for St. Clair going forward. Okay, so they're getting their heads up quick. They obviously are recognizing it and getting the ball off their foot quickly. Ball into the box, and Munoz has that easily. Ryan put some ball pressure. Shoemaker does a nice job coming back defensively to get that ball. It's always good when you have your forwards come back and provide a little bit of defensive support.
Absolutely.
Being able to collapse. Being able to collapse down on the backside. And, some forwards do it, some don't. Some coaches want their forwards collapsing back, on the near side, for example, to provide defensive help, and some don't, so. But it just applies a little bit more pressure.
Iola going down the side.
Yeah, he's making a living on that left flank
Cross.
here.
Nope.
Yeah, just a little heavy.
Big of a touch.
But he's having his way pretty much here on the left flank. 27 left, still 1-0 Upper St. Clair. Nice little touch by Brashear. It's a good stick by Ioli. AV on the ball. Yeah, and that's the kind of thing I'm talking about right there. A little too much ball handling right there. Would have liked 16. Oh, and that's a bobble. Wow.
Nice save by St. Clair.
Yeah, fortunate. And Murphy's just got to shake that off, okay? Peter's game, his hands were good. He's just got to shake that off and move on.
Yeah, he was solid in the Peters game.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that early ball in, and that's what I was talking about earlier. I think Brashear is going to have to get that ball released in a little bit more quickly.
And they had someone there. 23
Correct.
was standing there waiting for the ball to come across.
Correct.
A little unlucky, it flew past his foot.
But the more time you spend dribbling with the ball without a purpose, without moving it forward or trying to off balance a team or something, just gives you time for the defense to get in shape.
Right.
And get back. It's a nice step.
See what they can do with it.
Ioli. Far side ball.
Tries to hit Shoemaker.
Yeah, he just hit. I wasn't sure if he was going to Ryan or if he was going to Shoemaker's got the
Shoemaker
ball.
got
Let's see
through
what
it.
he can do here. He's going to come right through. He's got to go straight to goal. He can drop it if he wants to. Oh, now
lucky
in
he
that,
said Burlevic
yeah.
going
So
down the middle.
Burlevic's there. The other thing, Friday is sitting in a
Waiting for it to
coming
drop.
late. Yeah, waiting for a drop. And look, it's tough as a forward. You're going to goal. He's got a goal scorer's mentality. He wants to score. It's tough. Okay, now
two other
to
guys helpers.
to what degree is a Burlevic or Friday screaming their head off? Wanting to get
Sure,
that ball
you'd be a little
back.
more vocal if you want it.
Correct. So, you got to get that worked out. But let's face it, in certain games, you may only get one or two chances, and you got to be able to take advantage of it. And that ball's going to be in. There's another goal by St. Clair.
I think it's R.J. White with the cleanup in front of the net.
Yeah, it looks like goalkeeper just made him. Munoz just looked completely out of position on that one.
Yeah, it was. He was
Okay.
ball actually deflected from the right side, the left side of the post, and RJ
Gotcha.
was there to tap it in.
Now, one of the things, at the Peters game that I thought the Panthers did extremely well was taking the ball down the flanks and having that drop pass back. Okay, they got 2 or 3 goals off of that tactical play, if you will. All right, so we're talking about Shoemaker here, similar situation. He can drop that ball into Burlevic or into Friday, who was coming late. And I mean, there was nobody on Friday.
Yeah, he was wide open coming
wide
down the
open. Yep, coming down the middle. And in high school games, that player coming in late typically is open. Defenses and players are just not up to it. Until you get to the much better teams in tracking that late player in. He's usually open. It's in Ryan. It's a good step into space. He's going to look, and that's a through ball we're talking about. Iola's got to get there. Oh. Yeah, I like what St. Clair's doing here, particularly Ryan on 2 or 3 occasions slotting that through ball in. That ball's there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that ball's there. They're going to be able to score on that, I would think, a few more times here tonight. Sibley's going to pick that up, get his head up, and they're just going to run a little bit of possession here. AV with the ball. He's going to look for somebody to come back to it. Burlevic does a nice job. Yeah, coming back to the ball.
Who's he got? Shoemaker. St. Clair just moving the ball all over the field, slowly progressing it up. Shoemaker to Friday. And Danny Berlin picks it back up again.
Yeah, Berlin's got a big body there. Just was not going to let that guy get around him. Sibley with a cheeky little touch in the space.
He drops it back to Berlin to start all over again.
And as a Brashear player right now,
You got to be getting tired.
being in a position where you're chasing that ball around, you are tired, and
Down
you are
2
not,
goals.
and you are not happy.
Now down 2 goals, you got to do the
You are
chasing.
not happy. But yeah, it just becomes extremely frustrating as you chase that ball around the field.
Up with the turnover.
Yep, and we're going to see what we're going to have here, what Shoemaker's going to do with the ball. He lays it into Burlevic.
Back to.
Yeah, just
Thought
off
he was
his
going
foot.
back to Shoemaker coming across.
Yeah, just off his foot a little too hard. And you sit there at times where Shoemaker's wide open. He looks to put the early ball in, which isn't not necessarily a bad play, okay? But you've got a defender on that side of the field. To what extent do I carry that ball in? Because I am
plenty of space.
I am route one.
He's already
I
passed
got
him.
a ton of space, okay? Type of thing to get in there. But again, it's a hell of a lot easier up here to see that. And, that's why you got to rely on your teammates to tell you what to do, to take your space or to turn left, turn right, drop it, whatever it may be. But it always helps those teams, a team, to be more communicative as opposed to playing silently.
See what Brashear can do here with the set play.
Coming up on 21 minutes, 2-0 at this point in time, and it looks like St. Clair is going to be ready with the subs. And there's a ball drops in nicely to Brashear. St. Clair is able to at least control it. They'll look to clear it into Berlovic. It's a nice handle by Berlovic into Connor. On Friday's foot, he's going long to Berlovic.
Shear's able to head it back out center field.
So it looks like Murphy will have that covered. Substitutes we have lined up, ready to come in. Ben Bekdayan, Liam Zanecki, Nick Tanner, and then I can't see the number on the other player.
Yeah, he's hidden in front of Liam.
And I thought Tanner did a nice job when I was watching the Peters game. During that game for a minute, he played Abelardo. Sabarzo will be in 2. So Colin Sibley on his way out, Friday on his way out, Shoemaker on his way out, and Berlovic on his way out. So not a bad run for those guys. At the 1930 mark, 2-0. Number of good chances. Some solid possession on St. Clair's part.
Bring in some fresh troops, see if they can add a couple more, get a couple more on the board.
Yeah. Header to the middle, need to get that out. Runner's going to that. Oh, he just waited. You could tell what he was doing. That ball was going to go long. The ball was going to go long out to the flank.
Work it out again.
Yeah, just a little too long on his foot. See what happens here.
St. Clair with a turnover in their own zone. RJ with a good take. And St. Clair with a throw in.
Berlin with the throw in.
Oh.
In a bend. There's a big ball over top to Tanner.
He's got Tanner open on the far flank.
Yeah, we'll see what he does here. Should take him 1v1. Get his head up. It's a nice drop, and that's what we were talking about before. That's the drop that we were talking before.
Coming down the middle?
Yep, where the player's open, okay. Not sure who was, took the Ben Bekdayan with the shot there. Just didn't get all of it that he wanted, but he found himself in a great spot, and Tanner found him well. Nick Tanner finds him well. St. Clair with a restart here with about 17:24 left in the first half. Still 2-0 Upper St. Clair and well in control.
Brashear trying to maintain some possession.
Yeah, that's the same player, that we talked about earlier, that I commented on from a dribbling standpoint. He's a good ball handler, okay, just needs to get the ball off his foot a little bit quicker.
Just do a little too much on his own.
Yeah. And in those situations, you want to get that ball, give it to a teammate, continue your run, get it back, to your feet. Correct. Yep. Get it back to your feet or into space. The kid obviously can handle the ball well. Okay, so he'll be able to control it when he receives it again. But like you say, just a little too much on his own. I'll go out for St. Clair throwing on the far side.
St. Clair sends it across right to the keep.
Interesting. Some good ball handling there. Thought he broke his ankle
Sure sounded
with that
like
scrape.
it. Is that the
He
same
appears
kid,
to be
number 8?
He appears to be okay. That's probably not that serious, as the yelping would suggest.
Sure sounded pretty loud, like he broke something up
So
here.
Murphy's got to be on top of this.
And a good save. Uh-oh. St. Clair with a throw in.
Swinging that ball around. Just drop it back. There you go. Just drop it back. Just keep the possession. Back on the white. Play it back to Murphy. And then find someone. There you go. Brashear with a little bit of possession here. Oh, and this could be trouble right here, but thankfully a bad touch helps us a bit. Berlin with the ball, and he'll just clear. Ioli with the ball. In and back, Abelardo's wide open. Let's see what he does here. So, and he's going to see if he can keep his feet and get to the ball. It's a great play. It's a great play right there, and Ryan. Oh my goodness.
Bit unlucky.
Wow, 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 wow. Give Abelardo a lot of credit. It would have been very easy for him to just fall down and probably get a free kick there, but does a great job keeping his feet and getting the ball crossed in. Fortunately, St. Clair couldn't capitalize on it. So at the 13:26 mark, it's 2-0. A couple more substitutions.
We got Aiden Gordley coming in, and I didn't catch the other one that came in.
Yeah, it looks like Connor Ryan out, and I think Ioli out.
I think the other one going in was Devin Ekbote.
Abelardo's wide open. Just drop it. Just drop it.
There we go. Devin feeds it back.
Yep. Just called him offside from the far side. Yeah, you can see the AR just sitting on that and waiting. Coming to the near side for Brashear throwing. So not too bad. I mean, definitely St. Clair in control. Okay, up 2-0. All right, but you can tell Brashear's got some skilled players.
Yeah, they've had a couple opportunities.
Yep, a couple opportunities, and we got to watch ourselves, make sure we don't make the sloppy mistake, and find the ball in the back of our net, and the score becomes 2-1. You give these guys life, and they obviously have enough kids, that can handle the ball, move it, and you would think be able to put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, they've had a couple chances, and Nate's come up big on 2 saves earlier.
Back dying with the ball.
Aiden Gordley. Brashear with a little bit of space.
Jones gets his head up. Yeah, a lot of space in the middle of the field here for St. Clair.
Devin down the side. Once again, offside. Yeah, I think Abelardo's got to get rid of a little bit sooner there. He had Devin wide open.
Yeah. I mean, it's a balance. You know, it's get the ball off your foot quicker. Okay, that way you're not put your flank player in that position of being offsides. Okay, you know the other thing is, you know, the AR's called it a couple times in a row here. Okay, sit back a half a yard or a yard. You got a ton of space. Or you're still going to be with the ball ahead, you know, of that defender. They really have not stopped us on the flanks at all tonight.
And you can see the AR sitting at the very back,
Correct.
watching for it time and time again.
He's in a good position. Yeah, I mean, he's where he should be. You know, surprise, surprise.
Tries to push.
Be a St. Clair throw-in. Yep. So 9:50 left in the first half. 2-0 Upper St. Clair against Brashear. Decent throw in. Looks like they're going to call a corner kick. St. Clair pushing up a few guys into the corner. White with a shot.
It's just wide.
Just off to the side. So there'll be a push on St. Clair. Free kick coming up for Brashear. Simple restart. Swing that ball around the side.
St. Clair maintains possession. Here they go.
You call a handball or?
It was a bad throw
or was it an illegal throw or a handball? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Regardless, it's a turnover from St. Clair.
Looked to be a handball.
Looks like Jack Myers is up, ready to come in. 7:50 left in the first half. Yeah, I'd like to see this. I'd like to see this group here for St. Clair a little bit more possession. You know, it's a little choppy, okay.
Agreed.
But I think they're talented enough against this Brashear team that they can settle down a little bit, okay, and be able to maintain some possession.
Looking to quickly push it up to get a quick shot
Yep.
instead of slowly working the ball up the
Yeah.
field.
Oh, there's a nice little turn.
Gotta get the-
Push in. Yeah, and some nice work on the flank. I'm not sure who that was, but some nice individual skill demonstrated.
It was Danny Berlin working up the left side. He was just taking the corner.
Abelardo. Driven ball in. Oh, there's a good shot on goal.
And it goes in.
Yeah, that's a nice step. Is that Gordley? Who was that?
I think it was Gordley with the deflection.
Yeah, and a nice
Redirect.
step. Yeah, it just came from a deeper position, stepped in, one timed it, and
It's by the keep, and they had
yeah, they had a
be the
guy
center back sitting
had a
there
guy on the
on the
post
post.
also. Yeah, so probably not one that should have found its way in.
We'll take it.
Nonetheless,
3-0.
it still counts as one.
With 6 minutes left.
So 3-0. And probably where the score should be at this point in time, obviously. That's a nice ball out of trouble. Yeah, that's the old, I don't want to use my left foot, so I'm going to get the right-footed stretch on that. Or there was no way I was going to reach it with my left foot,
No,
so
I don't know if he was reaching that one.
Stretch out with my right, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. So coming up with 5 minutes left to play in the first half, 3-0 St. Clair. It's a nice strike. It's a nice
strike.
left-footed strike by Abelardo.
Just wide right.
You know, and it's obvious at this point in time, if we get a hard shot on frame, chances are it's going to register as a tally on the scoreboard. So we just got to keep taking those shots, hard shots on frame, and I think good things will happen. Thank you, Captain Obvious. It's a St. Clair throw-in. Oh, thought that went off the Brashear player's foot, but not exactly sure what that was. If it was just a push, maybe?
Push, I think, yeah. Not much of a push, but they called it. Double header by Brashear out.
It's a nice little drop in. See what we have here. It's going to be tough to get a shot off.
And Gordley kicks it just wide. Where's the corner?
Yeah, it looks that way. There's 3 minutes left in the first half. St. Clair with another corner. Probably their 5th or 6th of the half.
At least. See if they can finish another one.
Driven ball. There's a great ball in, and unfortunately just put over the bar by Abelardo. Yep. But into the box completely unmarked. But he just pushes it a little high.
Just out of his reach.
Yeah, decent job by Brashear there. Okay, they were set up nicely for it, just a little too heavy. Nice collection. Yeah, we got to be sitting right in the gap there. There you go. It's just it's just wide open.
What was the call?
I'm not sure.
Didn't see much there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Regardless, it's a free kick for Brashear coming out with 1:30 left, 3-0. St. Clair. Not as much intensity tonight as there was at the Beaters game. You know,
It's a lot quieter tonight.
not as much intensity.
A lot quieter on the field and in the stands.
Yeah. We'll move this ball around the back.
You get the throw?
See what we do here. Oh, there's a great.
Offsides call.
Yeah.
Looked to be about at least a step and a half
Yeah.
offsides there. Once again, the AR in position.
He's
on
in
the
a good.
far side.
He's right. He's in a
Hasn't missed
decent
many of
spot.
those.
Yeah, decent spot there to make that call. About 20 seconds left in a expected, I think, first half. You know,
Agreed. St. Clair's had the better pace of play for much of the half.
Yeah, no question. It's 3-0. Brashear did have a few chances, but you know, they weren't able to materialize anything. So it's halftime, and we'll be back for the second half. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for the second half. Upper St. Clair against Brashear, and it's 3-0, and pretty much what we would expect. Okay, before the game, you know, you expect a St. Clair, a St. Clair victory tonight. I mean, it is what it is. This is a team you expect to beat.
Yeah, you have to win games.
Right,
like this.
section game like this, you have to win this game.
For the most part, St. Clair played pretty well, controlled the possession much of the first half.
Right. Yeah, I saw a lot of different players. You know, a lot of different kids having an opportunity to play, and scored goals. You know, 3 goals really came throughout the entire half. And let's face it, could have been more. You know, put themselves in good position to get some more goals. So, just a first glance, it looks like we're starting the second half, maybe like we started the
back with the original
started
lineup
the first. Yeah, started the first half. Okay.
Let's see if St. Clair can maintain the intensity with a 3-0 lead to start out the second half.
So White on the ball to the far side. We'll swing it again. Yeah, so what we've got the center back's got to have an outlet in the middle, and I don't know if we're just hiding behind a defender, or if he's just not able to see it or what. And Berlovic's in here. She goes straight to goal, and let's see what happens.
St. Clair with 2 good chances there.
Yeah, and really, hey, give Munoz, the goalkeeper, a lot of credit. Okay, he struggled the first half, and that's a big time save. So
he came out, challenged Ben,
yeah,
and stood up big.
Kudos to him. Yeah, kudos to him. It's a good save. Brashear on the offensive here. But what I was saying, and from an angle standpoint, as we have the ball in the back, we've got to have a 6 or an 8 or somebody dropping into that defensive midfielder role and making himself available. Sometimes, you know, when you have that ball at your foot as a center back, you're looking out, and that 6 or that defensive midfielder, he's standing behind a defender. You know, he says, hey, I'm wide open, but you have no line of sight, what we call line of sight, okay? So that defensive midfielder's got to come off the shoulder of that defender, so he has line of sight with the player with the ball and make himself available. Because you can see it's wide open in there. You just got to get the line of sight available. Shoemaker coming back, Sibley on the ball, and interesting St. Clair ball.
Not much of a foul, but
Calling it tight here at the beginning of the second half. Sibley with the ball in his foot. He will defer to White.
Gonna put one in. Sibley put one in.
Sibley with a bit of ambition. He saw some of those easy balls go in the first half.
Like he's limping a little bit out there, too.
Yeah. Oh, and Berlovic again finds himself in a great spot and just leans back, chops at it, and boom, the ball goes over top. I think what happened was on the tackle, Sibley went to hit that ball. Defender got his foot in, tweaked the knee a bit. Is probably knee or ankle is probably what happened. That's all.
He injured his toe last week.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe it's an aggravation there, but you could see it. At the during the tackle. Yeah, that may be it.
Day.
Yeah.
Rest him up for the next game. Good communication.
So Ryan on the ball. Yeah, that'll be a little push off. Brashear with the ball. So the Panthers coming up next. It looks like they've got Baldwin at Baldwin, the 13th. That's Thursday night. And then on Saturday at 2:30, Cannon Mac, which could be for the section lead at that point in time.
Well, it could be. Where does Baldwin stand currently?
Baldwin is currently 1-0 in the section, 3-1 overall.
So it might be a good matchup.
Should be a good matchup.
Thursday
And Baldwin's improved. Yeah, Baldwin has definitely improved through the years. I know some of the players over there, some of the kids that are seniors right now, played for me in the past. And they've got a decent squad. Bit of a turnover in here. Brashear on the attack. That'll be a Brashear corner kick, I believe. Yeah.
That's their first one of the evening?
I think so, yeah. Definitely the first one and a half. Murphy's got to get things secured here, call it out, and some good hands here. White with a header, ball back into the box. White again on the ball.
The player slow to get up for Brashear.
Yeah. So with 35 minutes left here in the second half, it's 3-0 Upper St. Clair. Yeah, so a couple of good games coming up for the Panthers, Baldwin, and then Cannon Mac, Mount Lebanon, and then at Peters Township, which I'm sure Peters will be just licking their chops to get back on the field to play the Panthers, because they just got embarrassed in that Tuesday night game. That 4-2 score was not indicative of how much better the Panthers were than the Indians that evening.
Complete domination.
Ball's collected in the middle by Friday. Back on Friday's foot in the shoey. Friday with the ball. Just past Cuddy's. Cuddy's foot there. Just a lapse of concentration. Ryan seeing it out. Wins the throw in here on the near side. It's a nice toss in the Shoemaker. This is promising here for Brashear. Too much time on the ball. Yeah, too much time on the ball.
The guy streaking down left and right.
Yeah, yep.
You got to get rid of it.
Just look for the opportunity when it presents itself. Brashear hasn't had many.
No. Another tic-tac foul on Brashear.
Yep. Nice ball in Brashear. Just a little heavy touch. Comes back and it'll be throwing for the Panthers on the far side. Yeah, and it's what I was talking about earlier. I think what Schneider is talking about there is having the ball in the back. Somebody in midfield has to come back and make themselves available there.
Yep.
Give them an outlet. It's a
Promising
great
here.
ball in by Ryan, and Benz. See what he does here, and there's a good finish,
finish.
good finish by Berlovic.
Keeps got to come out and challenge like he did earlier.
Yeah,
It's a little too easy.
Yeah. He kind of came out and got caught in between thoughts, and good to see Berlovic.
Good clean finish.
Yeah, come through and hit a hard ball on the ground. Good ball by Ryan to get him free, and Berlovic was already on his horse, and ball finds its way in the back of the net for 4-0 lead here for the Panthers at the 31-56 mark. So. We were talking earlier about how long do you keep, this starting group in, if you will. It's 4-0. You've got some challenging section games coming up. There's also something to be said, as we were, talking during the break, about keeping, other guys on the team engaged and whatnot. So we'll see how long Schneider goes. Shoemaker into the channel, with this lineup. Does a real nice job
Gets
getting to
around the
that
corner
ball.
to get it.
Yeah, does a real nice job being able to get to that ball. Friday applying some pressure. It's a nice ball over top. So one of the things, So one of the things Berlovic does really well, and to the extent that they focus on it, he has to be one of the best players in the WPIAL with his back to goal.
Absolutely.
As far as holding the ball up, maintaining possession. He's a big target.
He's using that size to his advantage.
Absolutely. And as you watch the games, to what extent are they tactically playing in that manner?
And when you're that big, kids back off at times.
No two ways about it,
And live to fight another day.
That's right. So just a giveaway by St. Clair. Brashear throwing on the far side at the 30-minute mark. There's going to be a little bit of a foul there, but this will be interesting. This will be a Brashear goal kick, a dead ball. Restart here. Looks like Riley Linthal is looking to come in here for the first time today. Loft the ball in the box. That's a great ball. Oh my goodness! Absolutely.
Just getting ahead on.
No defensive pressure whatsoever. I think it looked like one of the Brashear players was a little surprised. I think it caught him in the side of the face.
Wasn't expecting to come
Was
across
not
clean.
expecting it to come across cleanly. Absolutely. So it looks like we also have Jack Myers up, and also Abelardo looking to get back in also. Ryan with the ball. Just a little heavy touch off the thigh. Turns it over to Brashear. That's good defense by St. Clair, collapsing from the backside. Played out to Ryan in the Shoemaker. Berlovac coming back, holding up the ball. Gets his head up. He's got to put Shoemaker's on sides.
In.
And he's going to hammer this ball. And it came with an in-flight movie and a stewardess. So not bad by the Panthers there. White on his way out, Shoemaker on his way out, and Berlovic on his way out.
A lot of your first line off for the rest of the evening.
Shoemaker's got a little bit of a smile on his face.
After that push to the right.
Yep, recognizes that Ball into Murphy. At the 27-36 mark, it's 4-0 Panthers in a game they've controlled easily. There's Lenthal with a nice ball into Ryan. Brashear in our offensive third here with possession. Wide open in the middle, just transitioning it over. Oh, Ryan just was waiting for that ball to be launched into the corner. It was.
Looked at him.
Oh,
and went the other way.
Yeah, that was an opportunity. So that's a nice job. We're coming back, sitting. Actually, it looks like that might be the center back that was up a little bit. But again, we're looking for line of sight issues here. Goalie should come out for this. Yeah, we're looking for some line of sight issues, and in that instance, St. Clair's doing it. Just giving the player with the ball some options. Ryan on top of the ball. He'll go back, so we maintain possession of Lenthal. Just go back. There you go. Murphy get his head up.
Start over again.
See if we get a shot off here by Brashear. One more. That's a good hold-up play there. Ioli, just kind of slowing things down. Oh, put him through. AV outside. Just hold a little bit of possession here. That's a nice ball in. Just swing it across. There we go.
Push it up. You got him on the outside.
Yeah, so not bad by the Panthers there.
Yeah.
Like maybe
Take
a little
some time off the clock with some possession.
Yeah, a little panicky as we approach the offensive third, but nonetheless, good possession building up to it. So it looks like Ryan's off, Ioli's off, and Mitch Friday's off. So at the 24-minute mark, it's 4-0, and might be it for those guys, for the evening.
I think they're done.
With some big games coming up. This is promising here. Nice little ball in. Jack Myers on the ball, just lets it run through. It's going to be a goal kick from Brashear coming out. So I expect these guys to have some more chances, as the game progresses. I think these guys, demonstrated in the first half that they're capable. Yes, that they're capable, exactly, of creating some opportunities here. So throw in for Brashear on the far side at the 23:41 mark. It's 4-0. Battle for the ball, and AV's going to win the kick here for the Panthers. Some nice wheels coming across. Oh, that's a great ball across the goal mouth. Yeah, no one on the backside. Number 4, he knows it. He knows it. Looks like Riemann Roto.
Great through ball, though.
Could have had himself a goal if he was on the back post. St. Clair attacking, getting their head up. That's a good ball. Play it through again. Probably Brashear throwing, I would think. Oh, it's St. Clair. He's going to let that run out. Oh, there's a great job. Get your head up. What do you have? Oh.
Aiden Gorley standing right at the 6 for a tap in.
Oh, Jack Myers is thinking one thing. Jack Myers is getting a goal.
Two kids sitting right in front of the net.
Yeah, and I think
save.
we talked about it earlier. I mean, you find yourself in that position. You want to score, so it's understandable. It's a good ball in the box, but I think we had at least two guys sitting out a little bit where that ball could have been slotted back, and it would be 5-0 right now. And interestingly enough, I mean, this keeper struggled. But he has made a number of point-blank saves. Okay, now when you kick it right at him, it's help. It kind of helps.
He's made himself big for a couple
to
of
make the
too.
saves. But some good decision making at times. Didn't give away the near post. On that. Okay.
That's a great save on that one.
He'll come out with a few bruises.
St. Clair did have two kids in front of the net, but still, he made himself big to get in front of the. That was a good hard shot taken there, too.
St. Clair, that's a nice touch. Nice touch by AV controlling the ball there. We'll see what we have here. Yeah, and going about 20 minutes left at this point in time. 4-0 Upper St. Clair. Lenthal with the header into the midfield. Brashear on the ball here. Let's see what we can do. It's a nice little ball in. It's a nice through ball and
just out of reach.
Yeah, and you can see a little bit of the difference. Okay, you see a number of through balls that St. Clair has put through the course of the day. So we're back live here. Looks like we had a little battery issue, but we're good to go. Technical crew has got their A game on. It's a nice longer ball in, but probably going to be scooped up here. Yeah, so about 19 minutes left, 4-0 St. Clair. And at this stage of the game, what are we looking to do? Try to keep it clean. Get some guys in that haven't played a ton. Okay, you may need them later on.
Agree. Try to maintain a clean slate.
Yep. Keep the shutout going. Maybe you can put in another goal or two, and try to keep everybody healthy. So Brashear with a free kick here. It looks like we're going to have a goaltender change. Looks like Anthony Ioli's getting ready to go in. So Ioli coming in, Murphy coming out. So I suspect Murphy's done for the night. So Lenthal does a nice job stepping up and finding the outlet.
Good ball.
Yeah, that's a nice ball. The keeper comes out and picks it up, but you can see the thought process there. That ball's probably going to run out. Be a goal kick for the Panthers here. Looks like Ioli's trying to loosen his leg up a little bit there, getting ready for the goal
Big
kick.
For the substitute for St. Clair.
Yeah, looks like Berlin's coming out, and
It's Gordley going in.
is that Gordley going in? Okay, playing in that left back position. Ball over top. Lenthal going back. Oh, smart play. Really smart play by Lenthal, just heading that ball back to Ioli. Ioli's there, and he's good with the hands. Well done. Quick throw in. Down the line. Little miscommunication there. It's about 16 left, 4-0 St. Clair.
Comes a turnover. You put it through. You swing it back and start over.
Myers on the ball. They're going to play on here.
Got some numbers here for Brashear.
Yeah, so a little bit of ping pong here the past couple of minutes. It's a throw in on the far side. Well, I am happy about one thing. In addition to the 4-0 St. Clair lead at this point in time.
Would that be the fact it hasn't rained all day?
I'm not soaked.
Had enough rain in the last 3 days.
Holy smokes. Ooh. Good to see him jump up quickly there. But yeah, the rain has just been unprecedented, unparalleled. In other words, a lot.
So if we get a couple dry days for Thursday and Saturday as well.
Nice little flick on. There'll be a Panther throw in here on the far side, or excuse me, near side. Ben with the ball. So it's definitely one thing I like about Lenthal, you know, and Riley's played for me for a lot of years, and he's demonstrated it here tonight. His passing coming out of the back, for the most part, is spot on. He finds guys. He just finds guys coming out, coming out of the back. Typically he's not turning the ball over.
No sloppy turnovers.
Yeah, it's just it's not. He just, just simple like that. He just knows how to find guys. It's not flashy, but it is very effective. That's exactly right. It's very, very effective. It's a nice ball down the flank. We'll see I think this is Nick Tanner. Oh, and he wants to slice and dice. And there's a nice drop ball. Yeah, nice drop ball back. Yeah, I've been talking about it the whole night. Okay, he's going to rip this. And a little bit wide. Now you can see that shot coming from a mile away. Well, I mean, everybody's trying to get on SportsCenter these days. Should just go back to Ioli with this and open up. So about 11:35 left in the game, still 4-0 Upper St. Clair, and the game is not in doubt. So who do you think is the Panthers' primary competition here for the section title?
Well, looking at the records, you got a good Baldwin team coming in on Thursday. Or I guess we're playing at Baldwin on Thursday, and you got a undefeated Canamac team coming in here on Saturday, which should be a good matchup.
Yeah, Canamac should be a good game, and I would expect Peters. They're always there. That team obviously is not the quality that it was last year, but nonetheless they have some good players, and it's one of those things. Peters is Peters. So they're going to have a, they're going to bring it every time they step onto the field. So yeah, Canamac game should tell a lot. I'm not sure how strong Lebo is this year, but Canamac game should tell a real
you get the Baldwin, the Canamac.
Good indication, yeah.
You play well, you get 2 wins there, and you start to get a little bit of separation.
Yep. So how's it work with the 3 divisions, if you will, okay, or 3 sections, okay, in Quad A? 16 teams find their way into the playoffs, I believe. Okay, so maybe they take the top 5 from each, and then the next best or something is type of situation. Because it used to be just the top 3 teams from each section. Lenthal again, just finding feet in the middle of the field. He'll get his head up into the channel. That ball's going to roll out for a Brashear throw-in here on the near side. 9:25 left, 4-0 Upper St. Clair. Oh, that's a great ball through. Oh, wow. Well,
didn't decide whether to pass or shoot, just dribbles off the side of his foot.
Yeah, and left foot, right foot. Which one do I go with? But not sure who put the through ball there, but really good vision through a crowd. Good pace, didn't overhit it. Hit it just hard enough so it was available, and unfortunately, just amounted to a goal kick. Tanner almost finding himself in. One of the things too, and it might just be the personnel that we have on the field, and where we are in the game and whatnot. But a lot of these balls are coming from a flank and in the middle and up. There's not that complete changing of the point of attack, that you like to see. The outside back isn't necessarily getting up into the play to make himself available, but again, it's a 4-0 game. You're at the end of the game, different personnel. There's a lot of reasons why, right? A lot of reasons why that may not be occurring, or emphasized at this stage of the game. So it looks like a free kick here for the Panthers.
Haven't seen many of these lately from St. Clair. See what they can do with this one.
So go for goal. Absolutely. Come on. You kidding me? 7.5 minutes. Put one in. Oh, and he goes in for the chip in. And it's in the back of the net. And what's that tell you?
Tanner?
Don't listen to me. But yeah, lofted ball in the box. It gets bounced around a little bit, and
Nick Tanner collects the garbage.
Finds its way in. I probably would have been a little bit more selfish and ripped that ball and tried to put in that glory shot. And as it sailed 9 feet over the bar, I would have taken my ribbing from my teammates. So yeah, good for these guys. Panthers come out with 2 goals. You know, one for Berlovic early on, and then you know, for next group coming in, and they're
Another
looking for
opportunity
more.
here.
Here's another good hit.
The fifth Panther goal was scored by Nick Tanner. An
Yep.
assist by Aiden Gordon.
Yeah, that's Tanner, just like you said, just picking up the garbage. And good composure in front of the net. Okay, I mean, he's picking up the garbage. There's some bodies there, but he's able to keep it on the ground and put it into the corner of the goal.
Wasn't rushed.
Yeah, doesn't rush it. Knows what he has to do. He's composed, and just puts it home. You know, you watch enough, you realize a lot of those balls find their way back to the scoreboard.
We've seen
Kids
some
get a little
earlier
anxious.
tonight.
Yeah, kids get a little anxious. But yeah, nice job by Tanner to put that in and get the 5th goal for the Panthers here. 6:15 left in the game. Zioli just clears that ball out for a throw-in on the far side. So is there a homecoming coming up, or a Sadie's dance or something like that the boys are getting ready for? What's
I think it's homecoming.
the big
right?
social event coming up here at Upper St. Clair? Homecoming?
Homecoming is next on the list.
Next on the list, is that in September, or is that an October event?
October.
October event, okay. Coming up on 5 minutes here. Be a free kick for Brashear. Relatively clean game.
It is.
Clean game, yeah. I mean,
Brashear being down 5-0.
yeah.
Relatively clean on their side.
Yep, absolutely. And there's that AR in that perfect position. Guy's making a living over there.
I don't think he's moved all evening.
No. But yeah, I mean, you can get it. You know, you get these lopsided scores at times. They can become chippy, but no, it's been clean. It's been clean from the get-go. It's a nice touch. Good control. So there, we're talking a little bit about the outside back getting up, you know, and he was up in an offensive position there.
Maybe another opportunity here.
Ooh. Good defensive play by
Nice
the Brashear.
recovery.
Yeah, by the Brashear defenseman coming back and saving
keep out.
saving his team, yeah. Helping him out. So it'll be a corner kick here for St. Clair with 3:35 left. Lenthal getting up into the attack. Driven, that's a great driven ball in. Wow. I'm not sure who was there on the receiving end of the header, but completely unmarked with a nice ball, driven ball coming in. The marking's been poor on those corner kicks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the marking's been terrible, quite frankly. And
A lot of opportunities.
yeah,
Gotta finish a couple of them.
yeah. Definitely have had opportunities on those. Nice little stick. Should just put this down the oh. Is he going to get there? Yes, he is. Well, that might be a 5. Might be a 5-0. We're going to call that out, even though it's not out call.
A bit of a gift.
Yeah. He's going to hit this.
You got the 3 instead of the 1.
I think that's the 3. Yep.
Right down the middle.
Yeah. Ball teed up nice for him. But 2 minutes left here, and what we say is an expected victory. Hopefully everybody comes through healthy. Got to keep an eye on Sibley. Came out a little gimpy.
Slow coming off the field earlier.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll be good
recovery.
to go for Baldwin and Canamac. Oh. That's a great touch right there. Nice job. Just get it off your foot. There you go. Nice job by Abelardo. Tell you what, we are making a living putting balls right in that keeper.
Another offsides call. Inside of a minute.
Oli's going to fire this one out. So Brashear with 44 seconds left, 5-0 game.
Trying to get one before it's over.
It's been enjoyable sharing the mic with you tonight.
Much the same.
You know. Good luck over the next couple of games. I will be back in the near future, but I would like to watch that Canamac game. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it. But that should be a good one.
Should be a great matchup.
Yeah, that
come
should be
Saturday.
that should be a good game. Should have a little bite to it, you know. And let's face it, the winner of that should have a
Driver's
stranglehold.
seat.
Yeah, should have a hold on the section. So, expected victory tonight. You know, Panthers 5-0 really was never in doubt. But taking care of business, you know, get that section win, and boys move on from here.
Thursday playing Baldwin. See where we go from there.
Sounds good. Have a good evening.